The performance of the Oracle of Omaha has exceeded the market by more than 20%. While the stock market has crashed around the world, with the S&P 500 ending 2022 down 19.4%, Berkshire Hathaway has ended the year with its best annual return since 1965 at 4%. Berkshire Hathaway has an annual compound return of 22%. The quote from Warren Buffett, "Our business is making outstanding purchases, not making amazing sales," is still relevant today. The classic 60-40 portfolio had its worst year since the 1930s in 2022, but Berkshire Hathaway once again hushed the public with a stellar performance. Taking a look at Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway holdings will help us understand how they did it and how these stocks are predicted to fare in 2023. The 80-20 rule is definitely something you've heard of. The Pareto principle is another name for it. According to this theory, about 20% of causes result in about 80% of outcomes. Surprisingly, many situations fall under the 80-20 guideline. As an illustration, although the Pareto principle numbers don't quite apply to Berkshire Hathaway investments, they get very close. Although Buffett's portfolio as of the beginning of 2023 is 80% invested in 7 stocks, Berkshire has investments in 47 companies. Number 1. Apple. Apple is by far Buffett's largest stake, accounting for 40.7% of Berkshire Hathaway's overall holdings. In 2022, the stock dropped considerably by 26.7%. "I believe Apple fell inside my sphere of expertise." In a recent interview, Buffett remarked, "I think it's a tremendous company headed by one of the greatest managers of all time. He was underappreciated for a while, but now he's been seen for what he truly is." With the tech giant trading at a discount, don't be shocked if Buffett increases his holdings in Apple. Number 2. Bank of America. Buffett's excitement for bank equities has significantly reduced during the past year or so. Nevertheless, he continues to support Bank of America, which accounts for 11% of Berkshire's total. Interest rates should rise in 2023, which should be advantageous for Bank of America, despite a significant drop in the price of its shares in 2022. Number 3. Chevron. Chevron represents 8.1% of Berkshire's overall portfolio. With the staggering 53% return last year, Buffett's bets in the oil and gas giant have significantly boosted Berkshire's performance in 2022. The outlook for the oil and gas sector, as well as for Chevron in 2023, is mixed due to the ongoing global energy crisis and the onset of a recession. Number 4. Coca-Cola. The stock and the products of Coca-Cola have long been favorites of Buffett. In 1988, Berkshire made their initial investment in Coca-Cola, which now accounts for 6.9% of all Berkshire holdings. Coca-Cola surpassed the benchmark index in 2022 by more than 20%, despite having considerably underperformed the S&P 500 over the preceding 10 years. Since Coca-Cola is a defensive stock by nature, it is anticipated to do well in 2023 when the recession is at its worst. Number 5. American Express. Another one of Buffett's old favorites is the corporation American Express. Stocks in the financial services sector make up 6.8% of Berkshire's overall holdings. Buffett has profited immensely from Amex in the long run. The stock underperformed the market in 2022 despite outperforming it. Number 6. Occidental Petroleum. Occidental Petroleum had a terrific year. In 2022, investors have much to be happy about. Following a decade of underperformance, Occidental Petroleum had a stellar year in 2022, returning nearly 120% overall and placing first among the S&P 500 greatest gainers. Buffett's best performing stock of the year was that one. The significant returns and aggressive buying throughout 2022 propelled Occidental Petroleum into Buffett's top 6 investments, accounting for 4% of Berkshire Hathaway's overall holdings. Number 7. Kraft Heinz. Kraft Heinz is owned by Berkshire to the tune of 26.6%. 3.6% of the conglomerate's total portfolio is represented by this. It suffices for Kraft Heinz to be identified as a subsidiary firm on the Berkshire website as well. Despite routinely underperforming during the previous 10 years, Kraft Heinz shares ended up being one of Buffett's top performers in 2022. Tell us what you think about Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio going into 2023. As a defensive blue chip stock, it is anticipated to remain steady in a recessionary climate. Do you believe he will continue to outperform the market like he did in 2022? Please feel free to share your opinions with us in the comment box below.